Can't believe we've got Premier League football back today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Premier League football is back in full swing. Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Hope you're all having a good Friday evening. Hope you all have had an amazing week, and I hope you're all looking forward to the second brand new weekend in August of 2023 this year. First of all, do me a massive favour, mate. Hit the like button, the share button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel and the community if you're new. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit the retweet button, and always remember to put that notification bell on at all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of 2023 this year on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for more Fortnite, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23, EA Sports FC 24, Rocket League, and much more banner stuff planned for all of you amazing people right throughout the rest of 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. So please subscribe if you are new. Good evening to everybody. Good evening to all you legends. Good evening to all you legendary people. And welcome to the first preview of the season for the 2023-2024 Premier League season between Manchester United and Wolverhampton Wanderers, #Wolves, at Old Trafford on Monday evening, Monday the 14th of August 2023, 8 p.m. home evening kickoff on Monday evening for the first game for Manchester United in their Premier League season. What a turnaround, what a summer it's been so far, and Premier League football is back in full swing. I can't tell you how excited I am about this season to come, how great I think Manchester United's Premier League season is going to be. And yeah, welcome to the first preview of the season. And it is Wolverhampton Wanderers, Wolves up first on Monday night. Welcome to this preview, a very dedicated video dedicated towards Monday's game. And I think Manchester United, I think if we're all going to be honest, have to get off to a winning start. This Premier League season for me is going to be the best Premier League season ever we've all seen and witnessed in our history, in our lifetime. Manchester United cannot afford to make the same start they did last season against Brentford and Brighton, where Manchester United were rock bottom of the league, stuck on 0 points out of 0, 2 defeats consecutively, 6 goals conceded. Manchester United need to start this Premier League season on full swing, full throttle, full on attack, and take this game to Wolves. Because I tell you what, Manchester United's summer so far has been very frustrating. It's been very up and down. It's been very slow. And I think Premier League football hopefully will get Manchester United in a full swing of action before the transfer window shuts in basically 20 days' time we've got left for this transfer window. And hopefully we can start this Premier League with a win. We cannot afford to see performances like we did last season at the start. We cannot afford to have 0 points out of 0 in our first 2 games. We cannot afford to be rock bottom of the league. We cannot afford to even be having no points on the board and everyone else around us is moving. Manchester United have got to hit this Premier League season ground running. We cannot afford to slip up early. We've got to get points early on, and we have to get in contention to get top 4 and to obviously get your way for Champions League football again for next season. This is going to be a very tough season because everyone around Manchester United has improved their squad, has improved their team, have got new players. Old players have gone. We've got new teams in the league now in Luton Town, Sheffield United and Burnley. And everyone in this Premier League is not here to be messed with. All these teams this season are going to go for it. Everyone knows the battle it's going to be. And Man United know a slip up early on is just a step backwards behind everybody else. Wolves, for me, if I was a Wolves fan, if I was a Wolves supporter, I would be absolutely bricking your season. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for your fans. I feel sorry for you supporters of Wolves. I feel sorry everyone connected with Wolverhampton Wanderers Football Club. I feel sorry for every single one of you because at the end of the day, sacking Lopetegui is going to be a massive mistake for Wolves this season, especially knowing when they only sacked him on Tuesday night. They sacked Lopetegui. Lopetegui's no longer the Wolves manager. So it's going to be a very, very frustrating start for Wolves in this Premier League season. And hello to UK Paul in the chat. Rasmus Højlund has just come to our club and he is injured. What's that all about, mate? Basically, what's happened with Rasmus Højlund is he's got a back injury. It's not as severe as what everybody was letting on in the press, in the media. And basically, the back injury he picked up in pre-season while Manchester United was still trying to agree a deal with Atalanta to get Rasmus Højlund in as a Manchester United player for the long-term future. And obviously that injury has to be cared for. It has to be nurtured. Manchester United are not going to risk Rasmus Højlund. And coming out of the press conference today, I think Erik ten Hag looks very frustrated. He looks disappointed. Quite frankly, he looks very pissed off. And quite frankly, Erik ten Hag, if we're being honest, is not prepared for the new season. Manchester United are nowhere near everybody else. Man United are not prepared for the start of this Premier League season. If we're all going to be honest and open about the way Man United are and have been all summer long, this team is not prepared. We haven't got the players. We haven't got the squad we want. And the players we are meant to be getting in are not here. And Man United simply are trying to go exactly with the same team they had last season again for this season. I don't think that's acceptable. I think that's disgusting of a club like Manchester United. And I think, in my opinion, United really should have been better prepared for the opening day of the Premier League season. Man United have only got themselves to blame if we have a bad start to this league season. And if we do, the whole whirlwind will come from the fans. It will come from the supporters. And Man United fans aren't just going to sit there and let shit performances get away with bad mentality on the pitch. And it's good that we start off at home. It's good that we've got home fortress up first at Old Trafford against Wolves. But going back onto the Wolves section of this preview, that Wolves sacking Lopetegui has been a massive, massive mistake. And like I said, if I was a Wolves fan or a Wolves supporter, which I'm not, quite frankly, thank God, I would be worried about Wolves' long-term Premier League, because sacking Lopetegui, a manager that got the identity of Wolves, got the style of play and kept Wolves up in the Premier League last season, and then for Wolves basically to sack him with 5 or 6 days before the Premier League season is a massive mistake. Massive, massive mistake from Wolves. Clearly, what's happened here, Lopetegui kept Wolves up last season, got them comfortably finished mid-table, and basically Wolves were safe. They are going to be a Premier League club again. And what's happened all summer long at Wolves, you've seen Ruben Neves, Raul Jimenez, Connor Cody, Adama Traore, all sold. And Wolves have got 95 million sat there through player sales, and Wolves haven't spent a penny on any recruit. The only player they've brought in and they've brought back to the club is Matt Doherty, who left Wolves for Spurs, left Spurs for Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid terminated his contract and Wolves brought him back on a free transfer. That is the only business Wolverhampton Wanderers have done all season. And I can see why the Wolves fans are frustrated. I can see why you're angry. I can see the frustration. I can see the disappointment. I can see how angry you've all become with the football club. Basically, what Wolves have done, they have thrown Lopetegui under the bus. They've sacked him because he's called out the owners and the board for not spending all that money they sold from all those players I've mentioned. And Wolves basically are in a relegation fight already without even kicking a ball. Wolves haven't got a team. They've hardly got any squad available. And the players they've got available to them aren't really good enough to take Wolves' long-term future forward. Wolves are going to find this season difficult. And what I think the lack of ambition at Wolves is going to show by your appointment of Gary O'Neill, an ex-AFC Bournemouth Football Club reject manager who was sacked at the end of last season because he kept Bournemouth up, but the owners of Bournemouth wanted to go in a completely different direction for Bournemouth's future and long-term longevity in the Premier League. Bournemouth sacked him, Wolves sacked Lopetegui, and Wolves think the ambition to keep Wolves in the Prem is appointing an ex-Bournemouth reject manager in Gary O'Neill as manager. That is no ambition. That's no style. There's no substance to that appointment. Basically, what Wolves have done is they've used financial fair play, FFP, just like Manchester United have done all summer long, and basically told Lopetegui the money isn't there to spend on new players. We've got to sell to buy to bring players in. But even though Wolves have made all that money from Ruben Neves, Raul Jimenez, Connor Cody, Adama Traore's gone, Wolves have got 95 million that they're waiting to spend. Why Lopetegui hasn't been backed is a completely eye-opener for me. I thought Wolves this season would be completely fine with the manager they've got, and especially the money they've got from the players they've got rid of and sold worldwide. But Wolves basically have done what United have done. They've used the financial fair play, get out cut, get out jail free card. They've used FFP. Lopetegui, deep down, is very, very frustrated with Wolves. He's pissed off with the board. He's pissed off with the owners. And basically, that money that they've made, basically, Wolves have said, no, you're not spending any money. We've got to be careful because of FFP. Financial fair play is a big, big issue at Wolves. We've got to sell to buy to bring players in. And if we can't bring players in, that 95 million we've made will keep the club's future complete. That is lies. It's bullshit. And I think Wolves fans will show that frustration on Monday night in the away end section at Old Trafford. I think Wolves fans have got the right to voice their views and voice their opinions, because Wolves, at the end of the day, should have been doing a lot better than what they've done all summer long. Wolves are in a relegation fight, and their first few games, I do believe, after a heavy drubbing by Manchester United on Monday night, Wolves are going to be fighting relegation and are probably going to be there and thereabouts in the bottom three nearly all season, because Wolves have not replaced the players they got rid of. Ruben Neves should have been replaced. Raul Jimenez should have been replaced. Connor Cody should have been replaced. Wolves have not spent any of that money. And if I was a Wolves fan, thank God I'm not a Wolves fan, because, that's the sign of there's no ambition. I would be frustrated. I would be angry. And I think Wolves, in my opinion, in my team, Manchester United, are going to absolutely take them apart Monday. I can't see this being anything more than a Manchester United win. I think Man United have got this game in the bag. I think we'll get comfortable 3 points Monday. I cannot see Wolves causing major threats to Manchester United going forward. They've got no midfield. They've got really no defence. And as for their goalkeeping situation, Wolves ain't got a clue what they're doing. And I fear for Wolves. I do fear for them. I think Wolves are going to go this season. I think United are going to take them apart. I think the vulnerability will be there in the Wolves performance. And I think the Wolves players and the Wolves squad are going to look at that appointment from Gary O'Neill. And it wouldn't surprise me if half those Wolves players put in a transfer request, want to leave the club, want to leave the team and get a move somewhere else where a club's got more ambition than what Wolves have shown all summer long. Manchester United know the bounce back ability of a new manager appointment. It might fire Wolves up. It might get them into gear and they might take action. But I think Gary O'Neill's a Wolves manager. I will be lucky to see him there till Christmas. I think Wolves, if they don't pick up points early on, and they're seeing all three of the promoted teams in Luton, Sheffield United and Burnley, I do believe Wolves are going to be rock bottom of the league by Christmas, and that means they're going to go. And I think Wolves fans and supporters are going to be frustrated all season. I would not have wanted to start with Gary. I would not have wanted to start this Premier League season away to Manchester United. And I'm hoping United win because, I'm a loyal Manchester United fan. I want to see my team win. I want to see the team be successful this season. And I want to see Manchester United take teams apart. I want to see a completely different dimension of attack. I want to see that team go full throttle this season with the players they've acquired so far. I want Manchester United to be able to take teams apart like they did under the old days of Sir Alex Ferguson. And I think Wolves as a starting point is a very, very good game to do so. I think there's going to be a goal fest at Old Trafford, and it wouldn't surprise me. Wolves concede early goal early on. The floodgates will open. Wolves will collapse. Wolves will fold and Wolves will give in. I think if Wolves are 3-4-0 down by half-time, the game's gone. Their game's done. and basically Wolves are going to be rock bottom already. And I think people say it's only one game. Don't panic yet. The Premier League season's only just started. I completely disagree. You do not want to start the season badly. You need to pick up points early on because you don't want to get involved in a relegation fight. You don't want to finish mid-table. You would really like to get in the European spots, and really, you would like to finish above all the big six in the Prem. And I think, Wolves getting rid of Ruben Neves is a mistake. They should have replaced him. They got over 50 million from that Saudi Arabian club. They sold Jimenez to Fulham for 7 million. Got rid of Connor Cody to Leicester. Adama Traore, why Wolves let him go for free is a big joke. Adama Traore was probably one of Wolves' best players last season. Ruben Neves was their midfield maestro in that midfield. And Connor Cody was basically left Wolves last season, was sent on loan to Everton. Wolves then let him go to relegated Leicester of the Championship. And Wolves simply haven't replaced their players. And do you know what? If I was Gary O'Neill and I'm looking at it from a bigger perspective, is that team good enough to stay up in the league against teams like Manchester United, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Luton, Burnley, Sheffield United? Are Wolves really good enough to go head to toe with any of them? No, they're not. Wolves are nowhere near good enough this season. Wolves aren't prepared like us. Manchester United are nowhere near prepared for this Premier League season. We're jumping into this Premier League season with half the squad unavailable. And you could tell from the press conference and the amount of players Eric Ten Hag mentioned are out injured for the game Monday. We've got no Rasmus Højlund, no Malacia, we've got no Ahmad, no Kobe Manu, no Tom Heaton, and no Dean Henderson. We've got 6 injured players out already injured, and we haven't kicked a ball yet. That is a deep, deep concern. That shows Man United have not done well in this summer transfer window. They've not replaced half the injured players they've got out injured. We haven't got a striker. There's no second centre-back. There's no winger. There's no second midfielder. We've got no backup goalkeeper. So it's going to be interesting to see what that team looked like Monday, because unfortunately, I still think you're going to see McTominay there. You're probably going to see Harry Maguire. You're probably going to see, I don't know, maybe the third, fourth choice goalkeeper of the reserves as the backup to Onana. United are unprepared. And the summer transfer window has basically stated this. Man United are heading into this Premier League season not sorted out. We've got no squad depth. We've got no quality for the injury replacements. United basically are heading into this Premier League season limping. We're basically hopping on one leg, trying to get 3 points over the line. And United are panicking here. United are bricking it because you've got 6 players out injured already. What if you lose Rashford or Garnacho or Sancho or Anthony? What if you lose Fernandes or Eriksen or Mount or Casemiro? What if you lose Varane or Martinez or Onana? What do you do then? United are not prepared to kick off this season, and I would personally get onto the Premier. I would get on the phone to the Premier right now and say postpone the game Monday because we ain't ready. We haven't got a squad. We've hardly got any fit players. The squad depth's on its knees, and basically, we haven't got a squad and the numbers available to put a full team out. I would get the game called off if it was me, because Man United have shown all summer there's been no ambition in this transfer market. There's been no ambition in this transfer window, and Man United are now panicking trying to get players in. We've got 20 days left to get more players in to salvage this Premier League season already. It would not surprise me if we start the season slow. It would not surprise me if this game finishes 0-0 on Monday night. It would not surprise me if Wolves sneak a draw or a lucky win and we're bottom of the league. I do not want to see us start like last season. We cannot afford to do it. We can't afford to lose 2 or 3 games in a row and we're in a relegation fight. United have got to go for the title this season. They've got to get top 4. They've got to get Champions League football. We cannot afford to be getting amongst mid-table teams. United need to start this Premier League season full guns blazing. United cannot afford to slip up early on. And people will tell you, well, it's only one game. But yeah, you want to make a good start, don't you? You want to start this Premier League season with a bang. You want to see Man United go for it. You want to see Man United show ambition on the Old Trafford turf. You want to see Man United put teams like Wolves away. But at the moment, I wouldn't trust Manchester United to do it because I look at that team and I look at the players we've got and I look at the players we shouldn't even have anymore. United are not being quick. We're too slow. We're not going into full gear throttle. We're basically been put into standby mode. And Erik ten Hag showed that at the press conference today. You can tell deep down he's not happy. You can tell he hasn't got the players he wants. Amrabat hasn't been done. We haven't replaced Maguire. And apparently Harry Maguire is not being sold till we find a replacement. We've got no second striker, no backup goalkeeper. It's like, what are Man United doing? And I keep stating this, we are too fucking slow. And people will tell me where Erik ten Hag's been backed. He's been given Højlund, he's been given Onana, he's been given Mason Mount. What are you moaning at? What are you complaining at? I'm complaining at that squad. That same team should not be going into another Premier League season with the same players causing the same errors, the same issues, and some of those players should not be in a Man United shirt. We needed to be ruthless this summer. Donny van der Beek is still here. Ten Hag doesn't want him. Harry Maguire is still here. Ten Hag doesn't want him. McTominay is still here. Ten Hag doesn't want him. Dean Henderson is still here. Ten Hag doesn't want him. Eric Bailly is still here. Ten Hag doesn't want him. Is that a football club being ruthless, or is that a football club being slow, incompetent, and quite frankly sat on their lazy fat ass, twiddling their thumbs, sat on Football Manager? I think I know what my answer would be. Incompetence, slow, and lazy. United have shown that all summer. And I tell you what, if we don't start with a win and we only get a point, or we lose the opening game, I can't sit there and defend United. I can't sit there and defend them. United will be called out for what it is. United will be shown up for their lazy attitude, their lazy commitment, and their lazy desire to actually back this manager. Erik ten Hag really, should have headed into the Premier League season with two strikers. It should have been Kane, Osman, and Højlund. It should have been Amrabat, Mount, and Frenkie de Jong. It should have been Frimpong, Pavard, and Todibo. It should have been Onana and Suzuki. I mean, the list goes on with the amount of players Erik ten Hag was promised this summer, and United have said, no, we're not overpaying. We've got to be careful because of financial fair play. FFP is a deep line concern at Man United. We've got to watch what we spend. We've got to be careful about the money we splash out on players. Well, that's not necessarily been true when you've spent nearly 170 million on free players. That isn't enough. I'm sorry. That is nowhere near enough to get this team firing in all the competitions we're in this season. We've got Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and UEFA Champions League. Is that squad fit enough to play 60 games all season? No, it's not. United haven't got the squad or the players available to keep up the momentum or the style of play Erik ten Hag's looking for. And Man United will suffer this season. I can see us getting knocked out of the Champions League group stage. We'll get knocked back into Europa League. We'll hear that pathetic anthem that some certain clubs are going to have to put up with this season, mentioning 3 teams in the Prem that are in it. We'll probably go out the Carabao Cup and don't defend it, and we'll probably have to try and scrape by, win the FA Cup and then get top 4, and people think that would be a successful season. No. I want to see United get the treble this season. I want to see United fight for every trophy we're going for. We can't sit back and just be competent. We can't turn into Arsenal. We can't turn into Newcastle. We need to be putting up with standards that the fans and supporters are wanting for. We don't just want one trophy and then finishing top 4, because that's what Arsenal do. And at the end of the day, United have got an obligation to succeed. This manager deserves backing, in my opinion. But Man United have just been too slow on all sectors of everything that's gone on this summer. Like, I look at that team. Fred is gone as well. Hasn't been replaced. Donny van der Beek. I mean, come on. That deal should have been done yesterday or today with Real Sociedad. And then we should have been working on Amrabat like that. We're not. We are too slow. If we lose any players from Monday injured, then God forbid what team we're putting up against Spurs or Arsenal, Nottingham Forest or Brighton. Because those are our first 5 games of the season. Where are the points coming from? We need to get 15 points out of 15. But can United promise to do that? No, they can't. They haven't got the quality or the capability of kicking on. They won't kick on this season. I think, for me, in my opinion, I've said what's going to happen. We'll scrape top 4, probably win the Mickey Mouse Cup and the Carabao Cup, or win the FA Cup, get knocked out of the Champions League, back into Europa League for Thursday night football, and then we're going to have to go 4 guns blazing for that, and it'll be Thursday, Sunday for the rest of the season for Premier League and Europa League. I don't want that outcome to happen. But at the moment, I just don't trust this football club long-term longevity. It's going to be a success. I'm not blaming the manager. I'm not blaming the fans. I am not blaming the supporters. All this mess this summer has been on Manchester United for not preparing properly to have a good start to this Premier League season. Because I do not want to be picking up 4 points from 3 games. That's not success. That's incompetence. That's laziness. And basically, United aren't ready. And if I look at that team at the moment, Harry Maguire shouldn't be available, nor should Donny van der Beek, and nor should McTominay. Martial should be there Monday. But the problem is, I guarantee all 4 of those players I mentioned there will end up having to be on the bench Monday because Man United have not found the replacements to get rid of all 4 of those lazy, arrogant players that are snakes and mercenaries to this football club and think they're God's gift, that they think they're really, really good players that deserve an opportunity in a Man United shirt. I'm sorry. If push comes to shove, just terminate their contracts and let them go. Simple as that. There's one easy solution. Terminate the contract, let them go for free, and then replace them. Because Man United deep down have got the money to do it. And I keep getting told by several sources that are close to Manchester United, Man United have got the money, but they're holding out on it because they've got a sell to buy. They're using FFP, which has been an excuse all summer, to get away with another pathetic summer transfer window, which has been like this since July. And what month are we in now? We're nearly at the end of August when the transfer window slams shut, where Man United can do no more business. And I think we will buy more players. Don't get me wrong. United will buy more players before this window shuts. But it's just the time it's taking. It's the laziness and the incompetence above Ten Hag that is pissing everyone off. Because there seems no updates. There seems to be no clear action. There is nothing going on that convinces me Erik Ten Hag is getting the backing I think he deserves. He got us top 4 last season. He won us the Carabao Cup and got us back in the Champions League. Surely the plan should have been this summer, 500 to 600 million, open checkbook, go and get the players you want, get rid of the deadwood you don't want either, get the players in that we need to fight on all fronts, and United are going to be fine. United are basically shopping in the home basement of home bargains. We're having to scrape through the transfer window and look at all the bargains of the summer we can do because the money apparently isn't there. Well, it's lies. It's PR. It's been bullshit to cover up the Glazers, Richard Arnold and John Murtagh. They've not done a good job. They are lazy. They're arrogant people that don't serve a job anywhere near Manchester United Football Club. John Murtagh and Richard Arnold are puppets for the Glazers, and they're running this club deeper into the ground, just like the Glazers have been doing for the last 18 fucking years. And no wonder United have not won the Premier League for 10 years, haven't won the Champions League for 15. The last FA Cup they won was in 2017. Is that ambition? No, it's not. And Ten Hag is going to have to go full strength on Monday as well. He's going to have to go with Onana. I'm hoping it's going to be Delo. It's got to be Varane and Martinez. It's going to have to be Luke Shaw. I think the midfield will pick itself. Eriksen will be benched now for Mount, with Fernandes and Casemiro all starting. And the front three, it picks itself as well. It's going to have to be Garnacho off the left, Rashford down the middle, and Antony on the right, because Rasmus Højlund ain't available. Even though, in my opinion, I think they've got no choice but to use Rasmus Højlund. Højlund's going to have to start Monday, in my opinion, injured or not. We need the goal scorer in that team Monday. We cannot trust Rashford down the middle all summer. We can't do it. We simply cannot put Rashford down the middle all season to get the goals Man United need. We cannot do that all season long. We can't deploy that. It's mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2. United have got to get a second striker to help Rashford take on the goal-scoring obligation. He's got to get United the goals that we are going to need to start this season on full throttle. And if Rashford picks up an injury or does his hamstring or does his ankle or does his back again, we've then got no striker because Martial has only come back to training yesterday. And now he might not even be available for Monday. We've got no Dean Henderson, Tom Heaton, Hoyland, Kobe Manu, and Malacia. We've got no backup left back, and the left back it will be the left back who was on loan at Preston North End last season in the Championship. It'll be that Fernandez, the left back that Preston had. That's the backup we've got for Luke Shaw. I mean, it's not great, is it? It's not great. United really should have found replacements for all the players who got injured. Manu should have been replaced. Luke Malacia should have been replaced. Tommy and Dean Henderson. I dread who the backup goalkeeper is going to be Monday. Could you imagine who it's going to be? And if United don't win this game by 1-0 and we're 1-0 up in the second half, it wouldn't surprise if Wolves find a late equaliser. It wouldn't surprise me. United can take the game to Wolves because there will be a new manager bounce, but it depends if the Wolves players' mentalities are behind Gary O'Neill's tactics. Can Gary O'Neill get that Wolves team firing? For me, no. It's a complete no. That is pure no ambition of a manager appointment. Wolves could have done better than that. And I wouldn't blame the Wolves fans and supporters protest against the club. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if Wolves fans protest now because they're so fed up. They're really fed up, and you can tell they're fed up. They don't deserve the treatment they're getting, and they're in the same shit as Man United, really. Their manager's not been backed. They've sacked their manager, and they appoint a B-Tech manager who got sacked by Bournemouth and Gary O'Neill. I think United can win this game 5 or 6-0. Do I trust that team at the moment with the players we've got? No. There should have been 8, 9, 10 new players brought in this summer, and we've signed 3. And we've got 20 days to sort out the rest of it. It's just pure, utter incompetence from Man United on all fronts. And some fans out there say that John Murtagh and Richard Arnold are good business people, that they're good owners with the Glazers, that they work hard on the board, and they're good, competent people that get deals done quickly. It's all lies. It's all PR to protect their incompetence. And I see fans protecting them, and it's like, you see some fans saying, oh, what a great job Richard Arnold and John Murtagh have done all summer. Look at the business they've done. Look at the way they've handled transfers and got the fees down on players they've wanted. They haven't, no, because shall we add all the add-ons they had to pay for Mount, Hoyland and Onana? Should we add all the add-ons on that United have had to cop up with? United are a mess. I'm sorry. I want to start this Premier League season well. I want to win, of course I do. I want to see Man United fans support celebrate, and I think we all want to see it. I'm behind every fan of Man United. I'm behind every supporter of Manchester United as well. But the incompetence needs to be called out for what it is. This Premier League season is going to be tough because Liverpool have improved, Chelsea improved, so have Spurs, so have Arsenal, so have Man City. Those are the 5 we've got to compete with, and Newcastle. We've got to compete with all them. At the moment, I look at the way we've handled this summer transfer window and the way we've handled ourselves. Do I trust United? I'm not sure I do, because we're heading to this Premier League season on the back foot with the amount of injuries we've got. I'm dreading we pick up any more Monday because you're going to look at that bench and it's like, what options we got? We haven't got options. That team hasn't got the squad depth it needs. And if I was Richard Arnold and John Murtagh, I would be pulling your finger out your ass today and over the weekend and bringing some more players in. Because if you don't do anything and sit there and twiddle your thumbs all weekend, I really, really would start to dread how this Premier League season is going to shape up. Imagine if United lose their first 2 games of the season and we're rock bottom of the league again. We're going to be a laughing stock again. We will be a joke. We'll be a laughing stock. I hope United start speeding things up. I hope we do take the game to Wolves. I hope we're going to see Mason Mount perform well in United shirt. I hope Onana is going to be the great goalkeeper we all hope he's going to be. I'm hoping that midfield can still do its job. I'm hoping that front three can do a job. Because Garnacho's got the talent. Anthony's got the talent. And then you've got Rashford. We haven't got a backup striker. Alanga's gone. Faircourt's gone. Anthony Martial's injury prone. Should have been sold as well. Should have brought in a backup striker. And I think United have looked at it and saying, well, you've got Hoyland, you've got Onana, you've got Mount. What else do you want, Eric? We ain't got the money. We've got to sell to buy. We've got to go because of financial fair play. It's all been bullshit and lies all summer just to get the fan base to sympathise with them on their side. We cannot hide from the truth that United have lied all summer. We've only got 120 million to spend. Financial fair play is concerning. We've got to comply by the rules. It's been bullshit. Man United have had the money and they're only just splashing it out now. Well, they haven't for the last week. And when we do our reaction to this week 8 of transfer window on Sunday afternoon, I'm going to go for them because it's been shit all week. You've not done anything all week except let Fred go. Why is Eric Bailly still here? Why is Donny van der Beek's loan not been done? Why is Dean Henderson still here? Why is Maguire still here? That's not ruthlessness. That is let the manager down, incompetence and lazy. You can't hide from the truth. United haven't really got a bench to use. We haven't got the options. And as for the attack, I can probably predict the bench what it will be. It will be McTominay, Maguire, Brandon Williams, Jadon Sancho, probably a third choice goalkeeper we've got from the reserves, Brandon Williams, Eriksen. Does that bench get you off your feet? No, it doesn't. That bench doesn't enfuel me. That bench doesn't excite me. I look at the first team picks itself. And at the moment, you're going to have no choice but to pick that team for every single game. It's going to have to be Onana, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Luke Shaw, Mount, Fernandes, Casemiro, Rashford, Anthony and Garnacho. That team is going to have to be the main team for the first 3 or 4 Premier League games because United simply don't have the players. They don't have the options available. They're just trying to money save. They're trying to get every penny off they can to try and save face because they're trying to protect the Glazers. They're trying to protect Richard Arnold. They're trying to protect John Mercer. They're trying to protect them because of how bad they are at their job. I'm gutted Rasmus Højlund ain't available. Don't get me wrong. I'm gutted we haven't got a left back on the bench. I'm gutted like we haven't signed a second striker. I'm gutted we haven't signed Amrabat yet. I'm gutted we've still got Maguire and haven't signed a replacement. I mean, apparently, right, we've got to sign a replacement first before we sell Maguire. But where's the money coming from then? Because we can only get a replacement in if we sell Harry Maguire. It makes no sense, does it? He's had the captaincy taken off him, rightfully and truthfully deserved to have it because he's shit and he's lazy and he's right up his own ass. At the end of the day, we can't sell Maguire until we find a replacement, but haven't you got to sell Maguire to get that replacement? It's bullshit, isn't it? It makes no sense. And United, I wouldn't trust them to sit in a maths exam because they would just fail the paper because of their incompetence, because they've got no brain up here. There's no brain cells in their head. They ain't got a clue what they're doing. That United team is going to suffer this season. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more away performances against Liverpool, City, and we lose 6-7-0. It wouldn't surprise me if we lose at the Emirates. It wouldn't surprise me if we lose at Stamford Bridge. It wouldn't surprise me if we lose away to Tottenham. That's the big 5 gone. It wouldn't surprise me if we lose away to Newcastle again. And we're basically relying on our home form. And we're having to beat teams like Wolves and Luton and Burnley and Sheffield United just to somehow scrape top 4 again. United need to beat Wolves Monday. Let's not beat around the bush about it. We need to win this game Monday. This is make or break already. I'm sorry, 1 game in. This is make or break. I'm not going to be happy if we drop points early on because I'll pinpoint it. Look at that squad. Look how shit it is. Where's the players? Where's the backups? Where's the replacements for the players we've got rid of? It's United's incompetence, and that will shred off on the first team because the first team will get so exhausted and it will get so tired of playing competitive football every single game because they're going to look at that bench and they're going to look and they're thinking, fucking hell, what have we got around us to bring us off for? Because I don't think half that bench should be at the football club, except probably Eriksen. And it wouldn't surprise me if Palestri's still on the bench because we ain't got no Ahmad. So United are trying to get around this Wolves game by the skin of their teeth already. They're trying to somehow scrape by. That's not good enough. You need to do better than that, Manchester United. We're meant to be a fucking football club. We're not acting like a football club. We're acting like a National League South or a National League North club. And if you look at teams like Stoke City in the Championship, who have signed 11 fucking players, Burnley have signed 11 players and who are in the Prem. That is ambition. But United is, well, we're going to get by with what we've got. We've got players here. We don't really need to spend money. We're back in the Champions League. Look at the revenue we're going to make. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. I personally don't think the Glazers or Richard Arnold or John Murtough care if this season starts badly on Monday, because they will PR it that, do you know what? I know we lost to Wolves, but here's Amrabat. We've got rid of Maguire. Here's Pavard from Bayern Munich or Todibo from Nice. Look how great they are. Look at our shiny new toys. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I'm not thick. I'm not stupid. I know what I'm on about. I speak sense. Stop hiding from the truth. United have been shit all summer long. I feel sorry for Onana. I feel sorry for Højlund. I feel sorry for Mason Mount. Because they've come into an environment at Man United that is so toxic, up above Ten Hag. They're going to look at it. Why should we be here in a year's time? What if we don't get top four? What if we don't get back in the Champions League? Look at our futures. Why should we be at the club still? Onana, Højlund and Mount might look at this in a year's time. If United aren't in the Champions League and they're back in the Europa League, Thursday night football, I'm off. Sorry, I'm off. I don't want to be in Europa League. That's for banter teams. That's for banter clubs. Sorry, if that happens, I wouldn't blame them for wanting out. So United's importance here is get points on the board early on. I don't want to fall behind Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, Newcastle. We need to compete with them. Newcastle have spent more money than us. So have Chelsea. So have Liverpool. It's just United trying to somehow twiddle all their thumbs. They're probably all sat on Football Manager. Let's look for some bargains of the century. Let's use Football Manager to find some players. It's just pure incompetence. And I feel sorry for the players in the squad because the tiredness will exhaust them. That team will be so fatigued by Christmas. It will be. Because we'll be playing Champions League football and the FA Cup will start in January. We'll be trying to defend the Carabao Cup as well. I feel sorry for Ten Hag and I feel sorry for his coaching staff. I feel sorry for the Man United fans. I feel sorry for the Man United supporters. But do not be surprised if we start this Premier League season badly. Because clubs like Wolves are not going to come to Old Trafford and fear us. They know Man United can be beaten. They know Man United can lose games. They know Man United can drop points early on. They're going to look at the situation last season against Brighton and Brentford. Look what both of them did to Manchester United. What if we do it? What if we surprise them on Monday and start the season and we beat them? That's 3 points gone already. But I do expect Man United to be comfortably winning this game because, like I said, Wolves players will get a new manager bounce. Wolves will get a new manager bounce. But with Gary O'Neill at the wheel, that is going to go horribly wrong for Wolves. And I fear for your fans, I fear for your supporters, I fear for your club's long-term longevity with Gary O'Neill in charge. That is no ambition. That's pathetic managerial appointment. And if I was a Wolves fan or a Wolves supporter, I'd be protesting right now, wanting him gone. And Gary O'Neill's going to look at it as well. There's 95 million there. Why have you not spent it? Oh, because Gary O'Neill, because of financial fair play, because of FFP. What a load of bollocks. Every club that's mentioned that this summer have gone on and spent money. There's no financial fair play. But what do I think is going to happen Monday? I expect United comfortably a full win. Full comfortable 3 points. Wolves are going to struggle. They haven't got the quality there anymore. They've lost Neves, Jimenez, Conor Cody, and Adama Traore. There's rumours they're going to lose Podence and Jose Sarr. So I fear for Wolves. And I think scoreline-wise, I'm going to go for 4-5-0 United. I think United have got the quality in them to severe damage the Wolves. So I hope you enjoyed this preview of the first game of the 2023-2024 Premier League season between Man United and Wolves on Monday night. Hit the like button, the share button. Please subscribe to the channel United Red Devils 20 on YouTube. Share the video, hit the tweet button, hit that retweet button. Remember, put that notification bell on at all times to receive dedicated content right throughout the rest of this year. in 2023 on United Red Devils 20 on YouTube for Fortnite, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 4, FIFA 23 Career Mode, Hogwarts Legacy, EA Sports FC, Rocket League, more Fortnite, more previews, more reaction, more transfer news in and out of Manchester United, more transfer week window assessments. We'll be back live Sunday afternoon for the Man United's transfer window assessment week 8 review for this week 8 of the transfer window in August 2023 for Manchester United. We'll be back Sunday afternoon, and then we'll be back after that Monday evening for the reaction between Man United and Wolves. And hopefully Man United start this Premier League season with a bang, and hopefully we can put Wolves to the slaughter on Monday night. Stay safe, be nice, be kind, shall we? You're all legends, you're all legendary. Thanks for watching. Peace.